In politics, the fallout within Azimio la Umoja, One Kenya coalition party, over the decision by party leader Raila Odinga to engage President William Ruto in political dialogue has raised questions on whether or not Azimio is on its deathbed. Odinga has seemingly disengaged from other Azimio principles as the coalition party seems to be falling into the same trap that killed previous coalitions headed by Odinga. NTV's political affairs reporter Vincent Oduor interrogates.
The failure by Azimio to capture power in the 2022 presidential elections marked the beginning of challenges within it. But the latest move by its leader Raila Odinga to engage President William Ruto in a national dialogue and a broad-based political framework to resolve the current political crisis facing the country has divided its leaders. Wiper leader Kalonzo Musyoka knocked Kenya's Martha Karua, who was Odinga's running mate in 2022, and DAP-K's Eugene Wamalwa have rejected Odinga's decision, a state that is now threatening Azimio's very survival. Political analyst Herman Manyora argues that Azimio is now no more, but for governance expert Professor Gitile Naituli says its survival will depend on the other core principles.
And the reason why it is now obvious Azimio is all but a name is Raila is pursuing the route of cooperation with Ruto. And the other principles within Azimio, the other parties, don't seem to want to go the ODM Raila way. Yeah. So that is going to completely finish whatever was left of Azimio.
What will kill it depends on the reaction, how the other principles react to the decision of Raila Odinga. I don't know whether it's the decision of ODM, but the decision of Raila Odinga to have dialogue. It depends how they react. The other people should not begrudge him for wanting to talk to the government. There is nothing wrong with that. They should allow him to go and talk, and then they should organize themselves the way they see fit.
Odinga's latest move has put him on the spot for largely being the reason behind the scuttling of coalitions he has headed previously, like CORD, NASA, and now Azimio.
The truth must be said that Raila leaves his core principles behind when he's going to negotiate for whatever deal there is. Now that leaves people wondering and creates speculation. Is there something he gets there? And is he selfish enough and greedy enough not to want to share with the people? Because like there have been instances like saying they were not going to participate in the what was it? Is it a rerun or whatever? A repeat election in 2017. Kalonzo Mdabadi were hearing it the way we were hearing. They were watching it on TV. Then there was a handshake with Uhuru on the steps of Arambe House. These guys didn't know until the last moment. So it would appear there's an element of selfishness on the part of Raila. And this is how his colleagues see it. Right now in Azimio, people are wondering, why is he pushing so hard for this deal? Why hasn't he been with Martha Karua, the running mate? Why is Martha Karua left behind only to be asked later with Kioni, Kalonzo Musyoka, Eugene Wamalwa? Only to be asked later, let us go in this direction.
I think if I can advise them, they stick together. Raila will just go alone. They can stick together and insist that they are Azimio, they are the majority. Okay? I mean, when you look at it, ODM carries Azimio because of the number of members of parliament, and the organization capacity of ODM is indisputably better and bigger. You understand? But why do people think Raila is going with the ODM?
In Kenya, a majority of political parties and coalitions die after every electoral cycle. especially when the one with the biggest political capital ditches the party. Political pundits say they will not be surprised if Azimio will not exist in 2027 elections.
Because our politics is what you can describe as stomach politics. It's not the principled politics. We have people who look at what is my personal benefit. Then they package you and they sell to the highest bidder. Now this is what these young people are trying to run away from.
Yes, you have the political muscle. But the truth is, you needed those people when you wanted to ascend to power. And that without them, even from a perception point of view, even from a psychological point of view, you needed to present a picture of a national party. So you needed the image of which ODM alone could not give you. So you came up with NASA or a code, so that even the voters can see you have a chance of winning, because that is necessary in an election. So that is what Wetangula and Kalonzo Musyoka brought to code in 2013. Not just the votes, of course they brought votes, but that psychological, that perception that code is a strong, viable party. Because there was the fear after Mudavadi had left to form UDF. Balala and the rest had left. Nyaga had left. The Pentagon. It was only Raila surviving the Pentagon. There was that feeling he was finished. So he needed Kalonzo Musyoka to revive the hope, to create the image that is still strong.
For now, all eyes are on Azimio leaders to see whether they will overcome the current political turbulence or they will decide to move on with their respective individual parties. Vincent Odur, NTV.